Sound is there.
Meeting. Many people have a little bit misunderstanding about meditation.
Are you having sound?
We can meditate everywhere, anytime, even 3 seconds.
We are having the sound.
Right, fine.
Walking,
Okay, let us complete this.
while having meeting, so you can meditate. Many people has a little bit misunderstanding about meditation. They think meditation meaning think of nothing, concentrate. So push too much. So we cannot block thought and emotion. In fact, we need your breath. Concentration. Everywhere.
Okay, my dear masters. So have you viewed this video? Have you seen this video, sir? Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, yeah, now we are able to hear, but this one, the video sound was not there.
Video?
Yeah, we were able to see the video.
Okay, fine. Okay. So now you are able to have the vision and sound also, you know. Screen is shared. Fine. Hello.
It is fine, sir.
Now are you able to see this the PPT?
Yeah, we are able to see.
Okay. So now we will go ahead with a beautiful lesson which will be interesting. Okay. Now spiritual science is the science of self, you know. The spiritual science is your own science. And in fact, we are all spiritual. That's why we always like to know about ourselves. Okay. Only thing is that there should be some access to us. There should be some way out. There should be some sort of source for that. That is now what we are making it available to the whole sections of the society through PSSA as well as PSSM, you know. So the mega movement here is only to spread the truth and the core a sort of wonderful secrets of the whole humanity and in general the universe. Okay, so now see, with the assistance of slides, you know, let us understand the analysis of I and you. Okay, so we have to analyze. There are some words which we are always using without knowing their meaning. Okay, the word I is there for that purpose. Every one of us is using I without any exception. Okay. Similarly, you also is known. All of us are spiritual, but not physical actually. But we think that we are physical. We think that we are the bodies, always. Nothing more than that. So now, the question of answer to the word I is equivalent to knowledge of what we are. Okay. We will understand that we are not physical and we are something else, and that is called spiritual. If we understand that we are spiritual, then we are fit enough to make use of this body as well as to make use of the time and make use of this birth. Getting this kind of knowledge, truth, to realize the truth itself is called wisdom. What is wisdom? To understand the truth as truth, to understand the wrong as wrong. If we think that we are physical, is it truth? No, it is not true. So that we require some wisdom to understand what is true. Our existence itself should be studied first. Then only we can further proceed in our life. So in that way, this lesson assumes more importance, my dear friends. The wisdom is to understand that we are spiritual. In this direction, we have some questions. Let us see in this slide. Kindly see the slide. We have 4 questions of wisdom. Eternal questions are there. Every human being is going on asking. The literate people and illiterate people have equally the questions, but answers are not there. What are the questions before us? The first question is, who am I? People call, who am I? That question, because of the structure, who am I, is unable to give the meaning of that. The same question can be put in this proper sentence. What is that? Who is I? Perhaps there will be a scope for us to understand what should be the answer for this. Who is I? There will be some answer. Who am I? No answer for that. Nobody can tell anything, because I is spoken by everyone and everybody is confused. But who is I? Then there will be certain aspect of thinking. There will be some answer for this, because I word is there. Let us find out what it is. And what is I? Who am I and what am I? These are all the 4 questions are there concerning with the same word, I. My dear masters, let us see the next slide. Who is I? What is the meaning of I? So these are the factors that lead to us the great knowledge of the existence of our own and the creation what we are seeing as a matter. Okay. So here I would like to give you some sort of good information for all of us. I is a word in English. For every word there is a meaning, isn't it? So the meaning and words are coming from the grammar. If you look into the grammar book, you will get to know the meaning. Many people, they speak so many words without knowing the meaning. And we also do the same thing, So we are using I, but we never try to know what is the meaning of that. Because it is a word, it should be finding a place in the dictionary. We never looked into a dictionary to know the meaning of I. We will be using dictionary for so many other words except the word I. It is taken for granted for a wrong thing. That's why we are losing real knowledge. Correct meaning we are losing in the mission of knowing wrong things. If you don't know the correct thing, and if we know that something wrong is right, then there is no scope to know the right thing at all. There only the people are getting a lot of iti badha, that is sufferings in this universe because of illusion, that is seeing something and mistaking it for other. ఇల్యూషన్, భ్రమ. ఆ భ్రమలో పడిన తర్వాత నిజం మనకి తెలియదు. భ్రమలో పడకపోతే తెలుసుకోవచ్చు. సో illusion is such a thing which will dupe us and give no scope for us to know the real things. Then I would like to give you some good information. Actually, all this language is coming out of some grammar, isn't it? To know every word, we have to look to the grammar. No, dictionary and grammar. Grammar and dictionary, both are very important for us. How is the grammar is there? You know, my dear master, Sanskrit is the mother of all languages across the globe. Sanskrit is the mother of all languages. Everyone admits it. In Sanskrit, the grammar has taken origin. History of is from Sanskrit. Adi Yogi, the Yoga Shastra has come from Shiva, Lord Shiva. He is a yogi. He is the first yogi. Shiva is the first Yogishwara. So from him, all sorts of wisdom of the existence, Prakriti, Srishti, all secrets are all revealed from there to the wisest people of Saptarishis. From there everything has flown downwards to all the lokas. So Brihaspati onwards, that is Saptarishis, they leaked out to Brihaspati. From him, the knowledge of languages. In Sanskrit they say Vang Maya, Vang Maya, that is a language. The fund of the science of language emanated from other than Vedas through Saptarishis. This sound has come from Damaruka of Lord Shiva. They are called Maheshwara Sutras. They are all sounds emanating from the Damaruka instrument. From there, Om has come. The Om is composed of 3 letters, A, U, okay. A, U, Ma. A, U, Ma has become Om. So the first letter A has come. From A, so many letters have been formed by a great saint by name Panini. Panini is the first person who has composed all the sounds into letters. So from there, mainly 4 words have been derived, only to give the spiritual science to everyone. First science is spiritual science. That is the science of all other sciences, mother of all sciences. Sanskrit is mother of all languages. Spiritual science is the mother of all sciences. So the 4 words have come. First A. From A it is coming, Aham, it has come. From A, the first word is Aham. Second word, it is Tvam. Aham means I. Only one word, Aham. In English, it is called I. Okay. So Aham is translated into English as I. And one more word, You. I, You. You is named in Sanskrit as Tvam. Aham, Tvam. And another word is pertaining to somebody, 3-dimensional word. I, you, he. He has come. He means Saha in Sanskrit. Saha means he. And one more is left. Myself, yourself, and himself. 5. Aham, Tvam, Saha. I, you, and he. 3 words are there. And one more word is it. That is for the thing which is not having a gender difference. It's called it. It means tat in Sanskrit. Tat means it's a neutral gender. Okay. So that also is available. So the whole Srishti is represented by these four words. The whole creation is represented by these four words. Aham, Tvam, Saha, Tat. Om, Tat, Sat. Okay. Everything is that. So now my dear friends, what are the meanings of this Aham and Tvam, I, you, he, it? Do they have any meaning? No meanings at all. You can't find any meanings for this. These are the original words, representing the universe, in fact. Representing the universe. In the grammar, they are given as pronouns. Sarvanamam. Okay? Pronoun in the grammar. So they are not nouns. That shows they are not the names. Fine. I is not the name, you is not the name, he is not the name, it is not the name of anything. There is no name. So unnamed persons are named by these words. This is called Nirakara. And no name. Nama Rahita. Nama Rahita words. There is no name for this. All substitutes, all pronouns. Okay. So first four basic pronouns are aham, tvam, saha, tat. I, you, he, it. What are the meanings of this? What does it represent? What do they stand for? We have to understand. What do they stand for? To start with this understanding, let us see what is the meaning of I as given in the dictionaries. Now we have got several dictionaries giving the meaning of every word, isn't it? So that you say, now what is the I? Okay. If you remove the English dictionary, okay, you will find out the meaning. Okay. Hello? Are you able to hear? Hello?
Yeah, we are able to hear you, so please continue.
And are you able to see the slide?
Yes, we are able to see.
Yes, fine, very good. Let us carry on. Now, before going into the meaning of the dictionary meaning, we have some questions which can generate some sort of curiosity among us. Now, let us question ourselves. I, we are using, is it your name? No. So why are you using I? What is the relationship between I and for your usage of that word? In what context you will use? Why you are using I? You can use any K, J, K, L, that's so many other letters are there. Why you are using I? I is not the name of anyone, in fact. Yet all are using I. What is the meaning? Nobody knows. If the meaning is only confined to one individual, but this is not the name. So they are using just like that. And what does it mean? Nobody knows. Everybody will say I. End of it. Representing his body. Normally, people are thinking that I is standing for the body. Because if I use that word, then my body is represented by that. But when you are also using I, then the things are different. There, this body is not there. Still we are using. Then what is the meaning of that? He also says, I am also that body. Like this. Why? Why we are? How is it being used? Is it something related to all of us? All of us, are related with that. All are represented by I. That's how. So is you also. You is also such a word that I can address every one of you as you, though you are different in shape and names and all those things. Let us see what this I and you mean. Okay, that's how we have to enter into the perspection how to perceive these words to have a greater important and importance of that. That is called Paramartha. Okay. So, the meaning of I as per dictionary is, if you open your dictionary, if you did not happen to open so far for this sake, you can open it when you go back or when you are in the house, And what is the meaning of this I? I is in the dictionary also. There are several meanings are there. Some nearly 10-15 meanings are given. Among that, very importantly, the meaning goes towards self-consciousness. So I is called self-consciousness, right, dear masters. So let us understand that I is self-consciousness. It is not the name of the body which you are representing or which you are thinking so. Okay. So I is only meant to represent the consciousness in you. I indicates only self. That is called self, self-consciousness. Self, S-E-L-F, it is an abbreviation for spiritually enlightened loving force. It is a force, that means it is an energy force, Shakti, Swarupa. It is such kind of force, it gives you always love to you. Okay. And it is energized by the self-energizing. That is, automatically it is not dependent on anything. Swayam Bhuvo, Swayam itself. Okay. So the self is that igniting power, always with the kind of wholeheartedness and kindness for humanity to behave with the world in which they have come to enjoy, okay, to live together, to live in oneness. That is the reason. So the people should know that we are all one. If you understand what is the I, if you understand what is the meaning of I, then we will be approaching the truth by and by. We will understand what is actually the central idea of this I. Okay. Then I is a pronoun, so that you and I, everybody knows. Pronoun in English, it is used for the noun. What is pronoun? Pronoun is the word that is used to indicate the noun in place of a noun. Okay. Then, what is the noun of I? I is a pronoun. What is the noun form of I? We should know. So, the noun form of I is self. So, I stands for self. So, my dear friends, you have analyzed what is I. I is not the body. I is meant for self in you. Do you have self? If you believe that you have self, then you can use this word I, because I is meant for self only. When you have the self in you, you can use I. When I have that kind of self, I can also use that. So the whole humanity, the whole population of this, whole residents of this planet have got self in them. So all are permitted to use. Not only Bangalore, not only China, not only America, and across the globe it can be used. I is used everywhere because everybody has got the self. Then it fits into that. So we should understand that we are connected by this word I. It's a universal, uniting word. We're all one. Now, my dear friends, similarly, I will tell you about this I in Sanskrit little, so that we can much more authentic, with authenticity, you can understand this. In Sanskrit, I is named as Aham. Aham is taken as I in English. Aham means I. And in our Vedas, the Vedas have already laid down by giving the true information for the benefit of this humanity. What is that? The beginning of Vedas itself starts with Aham. Aham Brahman, that is what is there. Aham Brahmasmi. See, This is the word. It has come from Yajurveda. It is already given in the Vedas. This is not a new thing. This is already found out and given the meaning there. Not only the dictionary, it is already laid down in the Vedas, in the literature, it is already spelled. It's explained. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham means I. Brahman means the great power. Brahma, Bhuhu iti Brahma. That's the greatest of the all things here. There is no greater than that. There is no greater than that. Mattat parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. Mattat parataram. Greatest of that. Nothing is there except me. Mattat parataram nanyat. No other thing is there. Kinchidasti. What is there, Mr. Arjun? There is nothing the greatest in this world other than me. Mattat parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. See? Sarvam mayi protam. Everything is knitted in me. Everything is just incorporated in me. Sarvam mayi protam. Okay. Sutre manigana yava. See, sutre manigana means what? In a garland of flowers, the thread is important. All the flowers are only taking support of this thread. So all flowers are there, but what is the supporting factor? Thread is important. Like that, the entire universe is created, and the support for this universe, all this humanity, is just like that, is supported by me. I am inside like a thread. I am Atma inside in every being, combining together. All are living because of me. If I drop, everybody will drop, collapse. If thread is torn, okay, is cut, then all flowers will crumble down. It is like that. Mattat parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. Hey Arjun, you should know. Sarvam mayi protam. Sutre maniganayava. That's how the Vedas have got the truest of the truth. Okay. Then that is called what is I. Aham Brahmasmi. That is the answer. Already answer is given. We are unable to find out because we don't lay our hands on the literature. We don't lay in Satsangatya. We don't listen to the prophets who have come and often go on professing, roaring, crying. Oh, my dear friends, realize this. Realize yourself. This is what people are asking us to do, but we are not having time for that. Anyway, now we will take this responsibility of communicating the truth to everyone around us. Okay, masters? So, Aham Brahmasmi is nothing but Aham means I is the greatest creator. That is the Brahma means creator, the greatest of the greatest, who knows everything, all-knowing, almighty, omnipotent. That is called Brahma. So the common man calls him as a god. People call the whole supporting cause of this is named as God. In whose hands the whole universe is running? It is in the hands of God, people say. Okay, so that is Ishwaraha Sarvabhutanam. Ishwara Sarvabhutanam. And in all the human beings, Ishvara is there. Ishvara is nothing but I. Okay, he is the God. Okay. Hruddeshe tishtati Arjuna. Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hruddeshe tishtati Arjuna. Hruddeshe means in everybody's heart, it is dwelling, it is residing. So this sort of truth we have to understand. That is the reason I is belonging to everyone. Okay. And then what about you? You also is the same thing. You is also not representing anybody's personally. You does not belong to any person. It is also a pronoun. What is the noun form of that? That is called yourself. You is standing for your own self. That is the noun form of you is called yourself. So Noun form of I is self and noun form of you is self. So you stand for your own self. In Sanskrit, it is already given as Tattvamasi. Okay, my dear friends. Hello, hello. Hello, any obstacle? Hello, any obstacle?
No, sir. Please
Hello.
continue.
చెప్పండి. Any obstacle? Hello. Any obstacle?
No. Please continue.
Okay. So you have the slide. Okay, fine. I stand for myself. Aham Brahmasmi. You stand for yourself. In Sanskrit, the same is given as already right from the immemorial, right at the beginning of these yugas. It is already spelled. What is that? Tat Tvam Asi. You are also that. In Sanskrit, this is the Mahavakya. Tat Tvam Asi. Aham Brahmasmi is from Yajurveda. Tat Tvam Asi is from Samaveda. The dictum of Samaveda is that Tattvamasi, you are also that. What is that? Aham. Aham and you both are same. Aham and Tvam both are same. Okay. Tvam, Tat Tvam Asi. That is you. That is what they say. In English, you are means you are lost. You is, you should say. Then only you will understand the point of you. Okay. So you is self. I is self. You stand for yourself, I stand for myself. Aham Brahmasmi Tattvamasi. Right? Then he stands for his self. My dear friends, kindly follow this. He also stands for self. What is the Sanskrit version for this? It is not a new thing. It's already laid down from the time immemorial. What is that? He. In Sanskrit, we call soham. What is that? Soham. Many people must have heard already, but meaning they may not have correlated what it is. Okay. Soham means saha aham. Both put together called soham. Soham, that means he is I. Aham means I. Saha aham. Saha means he. Aham means I. Soham means what? It represents the meaning he is I. Okay. So he is not somebody. He is only myself. You is not somebody. You is also myself. I is Brahman. You is Brahman. He is Brahman. Okay. And whatever she also same thing as word he. And then the last one is it. Now, my dear friends, do you understand what is it? It is for itself. So that is called Tat, Om Tat Sat, Tat Sat. That also is the same. Sat means self. Sat means energy. Sattva. In Telugu also they say, isn't it? In all languages is there. Sattva. Sattva guna. Okay? Energy, full body. Okay? Sattva is represented by Sat. Dhatu is Sat. Root is Sat. Okay? So, Om Tat Sat. That is also it. It is also that. Okay. So it represents the same self, itself. We call itself, That also has got self. It also has got self. It may not be moving, but it has got self in that. Okay. So Sarvam Khal Vidam Brahman. So everything is filled up with I. Everything is filled up with self. So, my dear friends, this is the spiritual science actually. This is the spirituality, and these are the facts which we should be aware of, and we are all not different from each other because the words themselves unite us. We are speaking day in and day out that we are all one, but we don't realize that we are all one. We think that we are different. So many things are there which will take away the wisdom from us and put us in materialistic world with a lot of ignorance. And we start differentiating all of us, and we behave differently in a non wise, no, unwise, because our minds are not filled up with wisdom. Our minds are not steady with wisdom, in fact. We should train our minds to be steady always, to remain with the fact that we are all one. Then only we can work together and we can also feel happy on this earth planet. Okay, next slide. Let us see what is available. I is self, you is self, he is self, she is self, it is self. So when you remove the pronouns, what is there left in this? I is self, you, he, all these, my dear masters, you can just see the slide, understand. I is kept in bracket, so don't worry about it. Self, you is kept in bracket, only self is there. So I, you, he, she, it are nothing but only self. And second part, when we remove self, what is left? What is left is visible body, that is physicality. I only will be there, and you will be there. Okay, this slide has got some sort of, it is not filled up. I is self, you only, I, you, he, she, it will be there. That is physical body. I is inside, but you represent by the body. So we are all thinking that we are all the bodies, but actually we are the self. So I is self, that is called Aham Brahmasmi. You is self, Tattvamasi. He is self, Soham. She is self, that is also Soham. IT, Om Tat Sat. So all are representing only I, you, he, she, self. Everything is that. I is equal to you is equal to he. We are all equal. We mean the same thing. He is equal to she is equal to self. Self is called spirit in English. We can also call it as Brahman. The self is named in so many ways. God, you can say. Almighty, you can say. So I is Almighty. I is God. You is God. He is God. Like that. He is Almighty. He is omnipotent. I is omnipotent. I is omniscient. Almighty. I is God. So these are the true perceptions, true meanings of the words what we are using. But we don't mean that we are using these words in a different fashion. That is called ignorance. So simply by mere hearing that I is the God, you can't become God. So that is the reason why the whole humanity is stuck up. You must have first textual knowledge. You must have understanding knowledge. Third one is implementing knowledge is also important. So you understand you are the teacher, then you should teach. I am the teacher, but I don't teach. Nothing happens. When you are teacher, you have to teach. It is like that. When I is God, then you must behave like God. Then only the meaning is useful. Otherwise, I is God for nothing. So it is like that. So we are all what is called all that is. We are everywhere. So these are all the things. But here one confusion is there. Now I is not Sivaramappa. First of all, you should think. My dear friends, my name is Sivaramappa, but I is not Sivaramappa. Kindly understand. Similarly, your names also are like that. They do not represent I. But you have I in you. That is only called as I. That's it. తెలుగులో నేను అంతే, పేరు లేదు. పేరు లేని నేను. నేను అంటే ఆత్మ, దట్ ఈస్ ఐ. సంస్కృతిలో ఐ అంటే అహం. అహం అంటే ఏంటి? ఆత్మ. అహం in Sanskrit has another meaning as another word, Atma. In English, self, spirit, okay, Almighty. These are all the names out there. Soul, we call soul, no? For self. Likewise, Aham, Nenu, And its another name is Atma. Nenu is Atma. Atma is Nenu. We should understand that. You also is Atma. So Nenu anna, Niyu anna okate. So Nenu, Miru Nenu అని అంటారు. అందరూ నేను అనాల్సిందే తప్పదు. Every one of us will have to take the word I to speak on, isn't it? So, but I is not Sivaramappa, but I am Sivaramappa is right. So there is something between the words I and I am. So I is our own Atma, not the body. Okay. If you combine the body also, mind and body, then you can say I am Sivaramappa. Okay. It's a complex term. ఆత్మ దేహంతో ఉన్నది, మనసుతో ఉన్నది. ఆత్మ మాత్రమే it is omnipotent, omniscient, creator. It has got all powers. Okay. But not Sivaramappa. So kindly understand this. When once Atma takes the human body, it cannot create again. We have already discussed this aspect. The ocean is not created, but we have put a steamer on that. We know how to go about. We can meddle with the ocean, but not create the ocean. It is like that. I can do anything, but I am not. When I am composed with the body and mind, then I have to implement what I says. Then only I will become I. You have I inside, but you go on ignoring that and go as per the materialistic sort of knowledge. Then you cannot create. Then you cannot do anything. You have to do only what physicality is imposing on you. What the other people say, you have to do. At your I, you are ignoring. So you have to listen to your own I. What is I? That is what the next question. So my dear friends, in this class, already time is up, we could discuss some aspect of I and Aham. In the next class, we will discuss what is I. Okay. What is I means what? What is I? Again, you can say I is self. No, the answer of that question is different. What is I? What is your father? Means you will give the occupation, not the name. Who is your father? You will give the name. But what is your father? You don't give the name, no. You will give the occupation like that. Now, who is I? I is self. We could understand. Now, what is I? We don't know. What does I do? That is the thing. What is the occupation of I? What is the purpose of I? What does this I do in us? What is the work that executes? What is the purpose of I? These are all the things are coming up under that chapter. What is I? Okay, that we will understand tomorrow. Okay, for today, let us conclude this session of knowing the great content of what is I. Who am I? Who is I is nothing but who am I is a different, of course. Who is I is the fundamental. That is, to understand who is I, people are questioning who am I. But actually the answer of who am I is different. Okay, so that we will discuss tomorrow. What is I and who am I? Again we will have a small slight difference we will find out. But major, the component of all our people, all our humanity is the I factor. That is Aham. Aham is the sole source of the human energy, the human functions here, and human structure. Everything is based on I. Okay, my dear masters, thank you very much for hearing me. I feel that you could take up something from today's class and we can evolve it further tomorrow.